What's going on, guys? Thank you for plugging into The Nerd Companion, a podcast brought to you by me, your host, Alexander. I have a couple creative projects that have been in the works for several years, some of which have probably been, over a decade that I just haven't personally put out in the public. But one of which I am speaking about today is, of course, the one you're listening to, The Nerd Companion. This is the introduction episode. And I just want to share with you my plans for this podcast, The Nerd Companion. Some of the content that I wish, at least as of today and the beginning of its development, I want to talk about things that mainly I'm interested in. Most of which are things that probably people would relate to being a nerd. You know what I mean? I am a husband of a beautiful and very intelligent wife. I could not have done any better than her. She definitely married down. It is truly a Beauty and the Beast love story. We were able to create two beautiful boys who I feel like are going to be more handsome than me, and it upsets me because I am the king of the castle, at least until they're older. But until then, they can't whoop me, so until then, I will run the podcast, The Nerd Companion. Thanks again for plugging into the introduction episode where I will be talking about the content and the plans going forward from today about what I will be talking about. Mainly, I'm going to be having guests, probably just like any other podcast out there. We're going to be talking about books, book series, TV shows, movies, video games, music. And this is kind of embarrassing, but if you don't know already, over the past year, I have gotten into wrestling, and it's really bad. I'm completely convinced it's a midlife crisis. I don't know what happened, but at least for some of the content that will be released on a monthly basis, it will have a single episode where we talk about the premium live events and our predictions for the cards, which is like the matchup for the premium live event. However, I don't want people to listen to the first episode and think that the primary content for this podcast is strictly about wrestling. It's just something that I have gotten into the last year and can talk about it more frequently. And the content makes itself. All I am doing is just analyzing it with a couple buddies, and we talk about it. And it's probably something that we'll do once a month. But again, we will be having episodes in between those talking about books, movies, music, anything that you can think of that, at least that I find interesting, something that I can talk about, because no one wants to listen to me sit there and just listen to something I'm not interested in. I don't think that'll be fun at all. And you can listen to banter, debates, things that we agree upon. But yeah, I'm excited to launch this new endeavor, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy making it. So please tune in to the Nerd Companion. Watch out for updates. Subscribe. I'll throw out links on the Instagram. I said that like an old person. That just happened. I'm not even going to delete that. I'm going to keep that in there because that was absolutely terrible. Hope to see you around. Let's make this more awkward. Thank you. Bye-bye.